Hello everyone, welcome to today's maths lesson. So all you will need for today's lesson is a pencil and a piece of paper. There'll be some warm-up activities as we go through this PowerPoint, and then there will be the activity which is on the PowerPoint at the end, so you can just work off the screen. The learning objective for today. Today we're going to be estimating, comparing and calculating different measures, and today we're working with money. The success criteria. You'll be able to round the cost of an item to the nearest pound. You'll be able to estimate how much money you will need to take to the shops, and an extension or a challenge activity today is to calculate how much change you will have. Before we move on to today's learning objective, we will have a quick reminder of the coins and notes that we have learnt when we've worked with money before. Just a quick reminder as well to remember to write down the unit of money. I did notice in some of the work from last week when we were working with temperature, some people forgot to write the degrees Celsius. So let's try and remember today to write pounds and pence. Let's have a recap of these coins. So we've got a 1 pence piece, a 2 pence piece, a 5 pence piece, the smallest coin, a 10 pence piece, a 20 pence piece, a 50 pence piece, got a £1 coin, and we also have a £2 coin. Let's have a look at some notes. So £10 note, sorry. £20 note, and if you're super lucky, a £50 note. You can see that sometimes the pound sign is drawn like this, or sometimes it can be drawn like that, a bit like the letter K that we've spoken about in class before. Working with money today, we're going to be thinking about rounding. We've done this in class, we did it just before we broke up for Christmas, so let's have a reminder, and this is a rhyme that's up on our working wall in Willow class. 5 to 9, climb the vine. 0 to 4, fall to the floor. Let's have a go at rounding these numbers to the nearest 100. Remember, you need to look at the tens digit to help you. Let's do the first one together, and then you can work through the other 4, and we'll check those together when you have finished. So the first number is 573. So we're going to look at that tens digit, which is a 7. So 5 to 9, climb the vine. We know we're going to round it up to the next 100. So 573 is rounded to 600. Have a go at rounding the other 4 numbers on your piece of paper, and we will look at those together in a moment. Let's have a look at 94 together. So 94 is a 2-digit number, so that one is closest to 100. 235, the tens digit is a 3. So we know that 0 to 4 fall to the floor. So we're going to round that one down. So 235 rounds to the nearest 100 is 200. 142, 4 is in the tens place. So again, we're rounding it down to 100. And 378, 7 is 5 to 9, climb to the vine. We know we're going to round that one up to 400. Let's use these same numbers to help us unpick how we round prices, how much something costs, to the nearest pound. If we look at our first number, 573, let's convert that into £5.73. If we're rounding that to the nearest pound, again, let's look at the pence. Let's see how many tens there are. We've got 73, so we know we're going to round that one up. So we're going to round it up to £6. If we've got 94 pence, we're going to be rounding that up to the nearest pound. It's £1, because we know that there are 100 pennies, 100 pence in a pound. 235, £2.35. Have a look at that tens digit. We're going to be rounding that down, and it's £2 to the nearest pound. 142, got £1.42. It's 4, so we fall to the floor. So the nearest pound is £1. And 378, if we translate that into money, is £3.78. Looking at that tens digit again, 7 to 9, climb the vine. We're going to round that up to £4. So your job today is how much money you will need to buy certain items shown on the next slide. The success criteria, or your steps to success today. You need to round the price of the items to the nearest pound. You need to add them together and work out what notes you need to take to the shop with you. As a challenge, you can work out the change you would get. Let's have a look at one together. You have got a list here of some items that you can buy at a shop with the prices next to them. The first one, which we'll do together, is one teddy bear and one Mars bar. So if we have a look, a teddy bear is £8.99. We're going to round that to the nearest pound. We look at the 9, 5 to 9, climb the vine. So the nearest pound is £9 for that teddy bear. The Mars bar is 63 pence. If you notice that it's written down here, there's no whole pounds, but there's 63 pence. That therefore is rounded to £1. You need to add those amounts together and you will see that it is £10. Therefore, the note that you need to take to the shops is a £10 note. If you wanted to challenge yourself, you can add together the £8.99 and the 63 if you use column addition and lay it out under each other so that the decimal point is in the same line. See if you can work out exactly how much that teddy bear and that Mars bar costs, and you can see how much change you would get from the £10 note. As you work your way through the slides, 1 to 10, this would be our red activity. You are only buying one of something, so one Mars bar and one Walker's salt and vinegar crisp, one banana and one bag of apples. As we go down, it gets a little bit trickier with number 10 because you're buying one bag of crisps, one bag of apples and one tennis ball, so 3 different items to add together. On the next slide, things get a little bit trickier. So we need 1 Harry Potter book and 2 comics. Remember, if you're looking at buying 2 comics, you can do some repeated addition. You can see that they're £2.60. So you can do £2.60, add £2.60. Equals. If you want to write it as a column, remember to add it up, making sure everything is in the correct columns. And then finally, as your extension task, like I said, if you want to work out the change, you absolutely can. Good luck. I look forward to seeing your work uploaded onto Class Dojo, where I can give you some feedback. If you need any help at all, just contact me via Class Dojo, drop me a message and I will help you. I hope you all have a really good lesson and I will look forward to seeing your work.